we've got businesswoman Katie Hopkins, who's now claimed that her work always takes priority over her children's birthdays, and that birthdays are movable dates. But is it okay to miss your child's birthday?
Well, writer and mother of four, Shona Sibary, believes birthdays are a sacred day and says it's outrageous and cruel to miss this special day, and Katie's attitude makes her want to cry for her children.
So let's see how this one goes. Katie and Shona join us now. YouTube at the ready, and let's discuss, before we get into that one, let's discuss the last time, because it's the first time we've had the chance to talk about it. 12 million hits on YouTube that had. It was all anyone wanted to speak to me about. There were some people who were actually steaming with rage. Did you go too far?
No, not at all. I absolutely stand by everything that I've said. I still can't stand Tyler. I don't like a princess, and I will never be interested in the future of Destiny. So no, I'm absolutely standing by everything I've said.
What impact has it had on your life and the people around you, and the parents around the parents of your children?
Well, there's sort of three types of people. One's the type of person that comes up to me and says, you know, we all say it. It's what we all say. We just said what we all say. The next type of person is the person that comes up and says, I hate you. I loathe you. I can't stand you. What do you think of my name? That's typical. And then the third one is teachers and other people that will email me and say they can look down a register and they can separate children out into A stream and B stream just by their name. So there's kind of three schools of thought.
Wow.
And then there's the Holly school of thought that's not so pro, I'd suggest.
No, not really. But I sort of said my piece on that.
Is there anything that you wish you hadn't said? There's nothing that you
regret? No, I wouldn't. No, I don't regret anything. I mean, I would say, just for the record, that this came from a really rather boring survey from a rather boring group of people called net mums. And so that was the evolution of this. So it came from that. It wasn't a kind of a contrived thing. You're right, Holly.
I can't look. I can't look.
So it wasn't something that we'd contrived, is what I'd say.
So you actually, you're quite happy to throw yourself into a great big vat of lava, because that's, but by insulting net mums, that's precisely what you'll do now. You'll make it even worse.
I'm not big on the stay-at-homers rattling on their keyboards, breast is best. You know, I'm not big on the mammary militia. I think it's important that people speak out, speak back, and that's what I tend to do.
Doesn't that have an impact on your family?
No, not at all. They quite think it's quite fun that everybody knows who mums is. They think it's quite fun that people will shout out now down the street. People will call me Tyler. When my husband says, you know, they could call you worse things, which is very true. So, you know, I think it's important that people still stand by what they say. And all I'm doing is taking things people say and saying them in public.
So you'll say all of that, you'll do all of that. The family have got to come through on the coattails of what you've said, as you're sort of the icebreaker, ploughing your way through the water. And at the same time, they don't even get the chance to celebrate their birthdays.
Well, I think for my children, they recognise they're part of Team Hopkins, and as Team Hopkins, we all work together. No one person is more important than any other.
Even on their birthday?
When I'm working,
your birthday, your special day?
No, I don't agree with that school of thought at all. I think too many children I've seen as being too special and have everything, bags of presents from early learning, bags of presents from Toys R Us. I think it's really important that children recognise Mummy's got to work in order to provide for us all, and at the weekend or at a convenient time we'll pick up and we'll have a birthday then.
Is your birthday not a special time for you as well? Because I almost selfishly, when it's my child's birthday, I'm like, well, I remember that day, it was a wonderful day, I gave birth to them.
I think that's rather over-dramatic. It's rather sort of like an emotional saga, isn't it? You know, birth is a physical process, and I think you have to recognise they're rather like trains, aren't they? There'll be another one.
Do you really think so? You say that that's over-emotional, but aren't you being sort of emotionally defunct?
No, I don't think I'm emotionally defunct. I think I just recognise the fact that to work in this world, as many people out there who've been supporting me on Twitter say, you know what, I'm a shift worker. I have to work. I work all night, all day. I have to go to work. Hard-working mums recognise birthdays have to wait.
There is a big difference between working on your child's birthday, and many people, of course, have to work on their child's birthday, and making your child miss their birthday altogether, which I think is what you're suggesting is okay. I actually can't believe that you're suggesting that it's all right for your children to wake up on the morning of their birthday and not open any presents. Are you saying that's okay?
Their presents are waiting in a room and they have the choice. They can open it on their own, or they can wait till I'm back at the weekend and we'll open it together. It's their grown-up choice to make.
You see, there are many, many people that have to go to work on their children's birthdays because they're fighting for their country and they're saving lives. What makes me laugh is that you're suggesting that you're putting your job as a priority over your children. What are you doing, Katie, that is so important that you are going to miss your child's birthday.
I think for all of us out there that work in the working world right now, we recognise, just as you're sitting right here on this little sofa, aren't you? And your child is at boarding school, so I don't think you make all your children's
Katie, I wouldn't
birthday
be
now, do you,
sitting on
darling?
this sofa, and in fact, I turned down an opportunity to sit on this sofa on my daughter's birthday because I could not bear for her to get out of bed in the morning and for me not to be there.
My children recognise that they
I
need
think
to
if
work
somebody is doing heart surgery and saving somebody's life, or fighting for their country, or working in a job that they have to do, one of you has to be there, but you can still make time to celebrate your child's birthday on this day. I'm sorry, I just don't.
You made a comment just then, Katie, about that it's your child's grown-up choice to make, but you're sort of forcing your children to make grown-up choices. They are children.
When you look back and you think about your birthday, when you think about the birthdays that you had as a child, what do you think about? Do you think, oh, I had that on that day? Or do you think, oh, I had a lovely time, we had lovely presents, we had nice cakes? No. And I think that's the general memory you have, is that your birthdays are really rather fun. My children's birthdays are really rather fun. They just happen at a time that's convenient for the rest of us. And I know
you have a time that's convenient
party.
to you. I think you're prioritising yourself over your children.
You're
asking your children to take an adult view on something. Childhood is such a short, finite time. Celebrate the magic of it. It's about recognising the passage of time and celebrating those days, the day that you were born. If you can't put some importance to that,
just say for the record, she's moved down to the West Country and stuck her kid in a boarding school. So just while being all pious on this platform, I just would like to.
It's not going to justify your argument.
No.
It's got absolutely nothing to do with what we're discussing.
We don't need to get too personal.
Talking about my children, that's fairly personal.
India, Poppy,
do not bring India up again, Philip, or I will sit on your lap.
And Poppy, oh. That's possibly the worst thing I've ever heard of all the things you've said. All three of your children, is it right that you have one party for all of them, a group party every other year?
Yes.
So why are you just tight?
I suppose I'm quite efficient with money. Yeah, we're quite ruthless in the efficiency we have, but I think by having a group party, what you're saying to your children is, we're all part of this together, we're in this together, and when we all have the birthday party to celebrate
together?
The entire point of a birthday is that it's a special day for that particular person. That's the entire point of a birthday. And especially if you've got more than one child. As a mother of 4 children, it's very difficult to make each child feel special.
What's your youngest child
as an individual. I don't think that's got anything to do with it. It's very difficult to make your child feel special. Now, a birthday surely is the most appropriate day to give that child, you know, a whole day when the day is all about them.
Isn't there a compromise to be had here? Because, you know, there have been days when my child's, either one of my daughter's birthday has fallen on a day that I'm working.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it does.
We just get up early. We get up early, and they all gather on our bed. We do the presents and the cards.
That's your life. I know, Philip. That's your life, and that's marvellous. When I'm on the road, I don't come home.
How often are you on the road?
Quite a lot. And when I'm working, I'm all over the country working.
And you couldn't say
on
such and such a day that 6 months up front, you couldn't say, do you know what, I don't want to work on the 23rd of whatever, because actually that's an important date for me.
My children know, because it will be in the work calendar at home, that I will be away on that day. I will be away for their birthday. Another birthday will come along, and they recognise that in order to have nice things, we have to work. My children understand that in this world, it is
when you are on your deathbed, you're going to look back over your life and you're going to regret. You are going to regret, and your children might tell you that they think it's okay, but they do not think it is okay.
Are you a member of Nat Mums?
No child.
Let's leave them out of it, because I'm sure they're going to have
no child wants to wake up on their birthday and not have presents.
It's like being shouted at by a lemon.
So, final word, you stop right now.
Oh, I do like it when you get disciplinarian, Philip.
Final word.
I don't need to resort to rudeness to make my point.
And there we are. We'll leave it there.
Thank you. We're going to go over to the hub now. Stephen is going to give the results of our poll. I think I can guess. Who do you agree with?
Well, let me tell you now. The results are in. Just a very, very quick comment here. There's not a lot of these, but Susie Little does say, I actually agree a little bit with Katie. I lost out on a big work contract due to staying around for my baby's 1st and 2nd birthday. They will never remember it, and it's more for the mothers than the children. But what did you actually say? The results are now in 14,000 votes. Look at this. 95% say no, just 5% say yes. It's an absolute landslide. Wow. See you later. Yeah, exactly.
So close. I've done well. That's totally a win. In my book, that is a win. Polly, yes?
Ladies, thank you very much
Thank
indeed.
you. Thank you.
We invite net mums now, obviously, to
Come on, net
have their
mums.
say.
Yes, yawn.
After the break, we'll catch up with a 12-year-old girl